J Drone here. What's going on, guys? We got the Tello in Cocoa Beach, Florida. We are going to give this a fly around. I'm going to give you an in-depth look at this camera. We are also going to give you an accurate assessment on flight time. You just saw a skip there. We are in a highly congested area for 2.4 gigahertz. This is a drone that operates off Wi-Fi, despite the fact that I have a controller that plugs into my cell phone. That's what I'm using. I'll show you that at the end. We're going to give this a fly around. You'll notice when we are up a little bit higher, it gets a little bit skippy. As we get towards a building, like we're going to get towards this restaurant, which is segmented in two parts here, it gets a little bit skippy. We get out to the ocean, which you'll see, gets a little bit better. So it all depends on how you fly this. Make sure your mobile data is off. Make sure Bluetooth is off. Make sure you're in a pretty clear area if you want the smoothest footage. At home, I got super duper smooth footage, kind of just walking the drone. Like we walk a dog, we walk in the drone. And we got really smooth footage. Around here, there's strong Wi-Fi everywhere, so that's probably why it's upping a little. Right now, it's pretty smooth. It's pretty smooth. You can see the guys talking, see them walking. It's really not skipping too much. And we'll go ahead and go down underneath this. On the way back, we will come over it. And as you notice, nobody's really taking a fit. Nobody's having a hissy fit over this drone flying around them. The Tello is excellent to fly around people. Even this lady and their child that she has walking on the banister here, the kid looked super excited over it. And she was just looking at it smiling. And then we've encountered people throughout the whole course of this flight, and nobody really had an issue with the drone at all. A lot of smiles, a lot of waves, a lot of looking at it in excitement. And again, we're getting out here towards the ocean here, and it's pretty good. It's not really choppy at all. If I go too far away from myself, I get a little bit choppy. We do have some chops here and there. It's not perfect. This drone, bam, big chop there. This drone originally retailed for $99 without a controller, one battery. To me, that is a little bit of a ripoff. That's why the Tello 2 videos are out there, because the Tello 2 is a less equipped drone that was more equipped, if that makes sense, for less money. But this drone, equipped properly with a nice controller, with extra batteries, with a dual charger, is a decent drone. And again, flying around people is the main reason I bring it with me, because nobody bats an eye at it. We're not chasing seagulls here, I promise you. I wasn't trying to bother them, because as you can see, one stood his ground and just kind of ran away. I wasn't trying to bother them. I was just trying to observe them. And obviously, most of them didn't want nothing to do with the Tello. That one was pretty tough, standing its ground, and then did a little runaway. As you can see, as we are facing this way, the sun's setting behind us, the image quality is pretty darn good. As we turn around, which we just did and we will again, the image quality gets a little bit rough. It has a hard time adjusting to the extreme bright light with darkness, if that makes any sense. Bam, look at that dude, little single wheel hoverboard type thing. And again, we have some skippage here, but we have usable footage. I took all this footage, I clipped it, I snipped it, and I made a decent montage video that was maybe about a minute long. And we definitely got more footage. I mean, look at the waves crashing. You can see the waves crashing. We're not skipping right now. If you know how to manipulate this drone, if you know how to use this drone to the best of its abilities, and what the characteristics of the drone is in certain different environments, you can really get your money's worth out of this drone. And as far as an image taker, it's excellent on an image taker. Again, we have darkness in front of us, we have extreme brightness over top of everything because the sun is setting. We got a nice skip there, got a nice skip there too. We're up a little bit in altitude here, so that's probably why those skips happen. But it's going to take a little bit to adjust to different lighting conditions. This is definitely not optimal time to be flying this, but just got back from eating, and I definitely wanted to take it out. I wanted to take it out, and despite the lighting conditions, I figured, well, I gotta charge battery. I would like to fly it because I flew it in St. Augustine, Florida, which is where we were, and there's myself and my wife. Nice little walkaroo here, despite a little skippage. that's usable. It's memories. We're making memories right here. You can definitely utilize this and have fun with it and have footage. You can pull stills from this all day long. But St. Augustine, Florida, I had my mobile data on. I connected to the drone before I opened the app, and we had horrible skipping. Horrible skipping to the point where I'm like, no, I'm not even posting that on YouTube. Absolutely not. I will do a rerun and start the drone up like I should have, and connect like I should have, which the proper way to connect is make sure your mobile data is off, make sure your Bluetooth is off. Make sure you open up the app before turning on the drone. Once the app is open, turn on the drone, connect the drone to your cell phone, go back into the app, and bamzo, that's going to be your best results. Some people would like to argue with me with that, but let me tell you, that's how it works, and that is the best results you're going to get with this. I like the Tello. I've bashed the Tello in other videos. People would like to say, I kind of just showed how it was. It wasn't really bashing the Tello, I was telling it how it was. But I do like the Tello, and the reason I like it is because I figured it out. I figured out the best way to get the best footage off of this drone, and you can get good photographs, you can get good video off this if you know how to manipulate it. Got some guys playing tennis over there. We are going to go for a full walk here, around the tennis courts to the pool in the front of the building. We're going to see an dope motorcycle. If you're into motorcycles, stay tuned till the end of this video. There's a dope motorcycle at the end of this video. I'm not a huge motorhead myself, but I know something when I see it, and I definitely appreciated what I saw at the end of this video, and I kind of canvassed the bike. The Kia Soul over there off to the left, and we're going to continue going up this road here. Again, facing the direction that we are facing, as opposed to the other direction when we were flying towards the ocean. It's trying to adjust to the lighting conditions. The ground in front of it's fairly dark. The sky is really bright. The sun's setting over there. It's not quite sure what to do with it, but all in all, I think it's doing okay. I think it's doing a good job for a drone that originally retailed for $99, that I think should have originally retailed for $75, because you don't get an extra battery, you don't get a charger, and you don't get a controller. You can find these for around $79.99 on sale in certain stores, and you can also probably find them fairly cheap online, on Facebook Marketplace. Facebook Marketplace was down for a while, but Facebook Marketplace is up and going. It is, I think, the best way to find and buy drones locally. I've gotten a lot of good deals on drones locally using that. So as we encounter these lampposts here, you can see the pool. It's going to get a little bit choppy. Again, we are in a 2.4 gigahertz jungle, tons of cell phones, tons of Wi-Fi, and we are going to camp this pool. It will smooth out, it will get better. You can see the ripples in that pool, you can feel the vibe, you can see it. So this, you can use this drone. I really think if you are going to get this drone, you want to get one, extra batteries. I'll link down below. I have extra batteries for this. I have 3 total. A charger, a dedicated charger for these batteries. That way you're not just charging by USB to the drone, and you can't use the drone because you're charging batteries. I'll link that down below too. I have 2 of them. I personally like my USB 2. It's USB and then it's a dual out. I do have a 3-tap that does it digitally, but I prefer the USB dual. And then the controller that I'm using, which I'll show towards the end here, after we show you the motorcycle, which is coming up. So again, if you're a motorhead and you appreciate motorcycles, you might appreciate what I'm about ready to show you. Again, people, see people? They're not mad. They're happy. They're happy to see the Tello in the air. Some people might not know what it is, but every person that I've encountered has had a smile on their face. Nobody's really batted an eye and gave me a nasty snarl and, ew, this guy's flying a drone around here. That's why I absolutely love the Tello. If we had a brushless monster out here, making a little bit more noise, buzzing around super fast, you might aggravate people. A Phantom, absolutely not happening. Probably gonna have front desk called and security find me and tell me I can't fly it around here. So bam, look at this lady. She's waving. She don't know me. She's waving. She's like, hi. So again, Tello is a good travel drone. It gets great flight time. We are pushing the 10-minute mark here. recording. It gets decent video if you know how to work with it, if you know how to manipulate it. If you are in a non 2.4 gigahertz jungle, like a hotel or a major city or something, and you want to get good video with this, you're probably going to be able to do so. Again, Bluetooth. Here's the motorcycle. We'll get closer. Bluetooth controllers, sure they work, but ideally you want a plug and play controller. Wi-Fi repeaters, sure they work, but they're a pain in the butt for me. All right, here we go. All blacked out. All blacked out. We got a little chrome on it. All blacked out Indian. Couldn't tell you the model because again, I'm not a huge motorhead, but I seen this, and when I passed by it the first time, I didn't have my cell phone on me, so I couldn't take a picture. But we got the Tello, so I figured I'd just do a little canvas of it. Do a little canvas of it. That was a little motorcycle candy for y'all. But this flight video is just about ending, guys. We've made it from basically my room to the beach, all the way to the top of the property. We've got decent video. You're gonna see huge frame skipping here. Bam, huge frame skip. We were up high in altitude and we're right in front of the hotel, which is probably beaming all types of 2.4 gigahertz because the entire area around here has Wi-Fi, and lots of vehicles can be spitting out Bluetooth. Here's the controller that I'm using. I'm going to show you the controller that we're using. It plugs right into my cell phone, and we have joysticks on the other side, buttons on the other side. So that's the best way for this. Guys, if you haven't subscribed, smash the subscribe button. Any questions, comments, concerns down below. I will try to link everything down below so you have a good reference as to what I'm using. Here's a hand catch. Bam! Get at me.